Alright, pendulums have an issue, which is that they are in a desperate need of a buff. Now, to explain this, because most people would tell you that pendulums are currently still overpowered, they're just kind of incorrect. And to explain why they're no longer overpowered, I have to explain the difference between Master Rule 4 and Master Rule 5. Now, in Master Rule 4, let's say this is your board. You have 5 monster zones with 1 extra monster zone that can be accessed by cards in your extra deck. Then you have 5 spell and trap card zones, as well as your field spell card zone, your graveyard, your extra deck, and your deck slot. In Master Rule 4, however, off to the side, on either side, you had specialized zones called pendulum zones. The only cards that could be placed in there were pendulum cards. And this was used to set the scales. As you can see, scale 1 and scale 8. So how pendulum summoning works is with these 2 scales set. So in the pendulum zones during Master Rule 4, once per turn, you can summon up as many monsters as possible with levels in between these 2 numbers. So levels 2 through 7. During Master Rule 5, however, which is the current Master Rule, these zones were removed. So now, instead of having these 5 spell and trap card zones, the outer 2 zones are now your pendulum zones. Now, while I completely understand why this is done, having the pendulum zones was overpowered. They never really got any changes that balanced out exactly how important those zones were to this archetype. Back then, it was basically a free spell trap card zone. Now, you have to use your spell trap card zones, which means you can limit how many spell and traps you can have in the remaining spaces. And honestly, a lot of things with pendulums were broken that can be overlooked as these zones made them worth dealing with. However, now without those zones, they have just become yet another thing weighing pendulums down. So next time someone tells you that pendulums are overpowered, ask them why they aren't playing a pendulum strategy in tournaments. Stumps them every time.